Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the After the Show podcast, precious Sherpa.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
The Bronc is back.
Yeah.
The Bronc is back. The Bronc is back.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't able to join you yesterday. I knew it was going to happen. The bronchitis jumped up and grabbed me, and if it were not for the COVID era, I would have been here yesterday. I would have been fine. I could have pulled it off.
Oh, we would have been making
the day before.
Bronc jokes left and right.
It'd have been fine. And I had a little bit of and I get it. I knew, and I knew I had to let them know because I was going to do my hack. And it's an alarming cough. It really is. The bronch cough is, if it gets me, then yeah, you're like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with that guy?
That guy's got COVID.
Yeah, without a doubt. And so I had to let the supervisors know that, hey, I have chronic bronchitis. It reached up and bit me in the behind. I went up and did an IV the other day. I thought that it would knock it out. And I learned a lesson from this round of bronch. The bronch is telling me that you can do everything you want to build up your immune system. I can get you anytime I want.
Dang.
It's teaching you. You learn.
I did.
You look at it that way, you got a lesson out of it.
I learned that there's really nothing I can do because, that's all I've been talking about is wellness, immune system. I've done everything you could possibly do, and the thing still reached up and got me, Virginia.
You are powerless.
Yeah.
Next to the powers of the Bronx.
I'm the Bronx bitch.
Sometimes you could do it all right in life, and then boom, hit by a bus.
Yep. That's the way it goes. But, in this era of COVID, if you have anything at all, people are like, oh my gosh, they got coronavirus. We do it as a joke around my house. Somebody sneezes or coughs, like, oh, coronavirus.
You got it.
Shouldn't joke about that.
Oh, I know. But people, we're not set to tight. We're not. There are some people that are very uptight. I got an email here from somebody. I know a lot of people were people did not approve. I went to my first church service since the pandemic. They did it outside in a tent and spaced out the rows. And
I got shamed too.
I wore a mask the entire time. But yeah, there were a lot of people that were like, "Oh, Kevin, terrible decision, and you're going to get corona." So I know there were a lot of people that are really rooting the COVID on, hoping that I had that to show me.
Yeah, I had to stop arguing with people on the internet yesterday.
Yeah. Somebody, Michael in Atlanta said, hey, on Fridays after the show, Kevin and Bird somewhat defiantly talked about how they are living their COVID life now, wearing masks, avoiding large groups, etc. Kevin also pointed out that those with pre-existing conditions should stay inside and not venture out due to them being higher risk. Then I saw over the weekend that Kevin was back at church in person. My question is, why not have empathy for those people and help minimize the spread to the nth degree that each of us can? They noted that young people and healthy people won't get too sick, but they could absolutely pass it on. Kevin noted that 80% don't pass it on, but what about the 20%? The more people that get it, the more it gets passed on beyond them. I see that mental health is an important factor, but if we could just keep it on lock, it will end eventually. Will it? The world is laughing at our freedoms that we have insisted upon the last few months that have led us to where we are. I'm tired of working from home. I'm tired of not being in restaurants and bars. I know you feel the same frustrations, but giving in just doesn't feel like the answer. Yeah, I got to my point of where I am. Like I told you, I'm still taking all the precautions. I take it very seriously. I know that, COVID is nothing to laugh at, but looking at everything that I have, this is where I am with it. Because where does it end? Because it looks like COVID is going to be something that's going to be around with us like the flu comes back every single year. We're going to have to deal with it. We're going to have to go out there and we're going to have to live our lives. I did see, and there was something yesterday that makes me feel even a little bit better about it. They did some antibody tests in Florida, and it shows that 23.5% were infected with coronavirus. Wait, that's a lot. So if you're talking about herd immunity, I know initially they told us you need 70% of the population to get it, but now they've revamped that. Some scientists believe you can get to 45 to 50 and be good. So if we're at 23, I mean, I know COVID news shifts every single day. We are getting there.
Huh.
23%
23% of the people walking around got it?
Yep. That's what they said. I've already been infected with coronavirus. If we get to 45 possibly, then we could reach that herd immunity. You can already see the numbers are starting to really fall. And they also have readjusted Florida's case fatality rate because of those numbers. And it's got a fatality rate of 0.19, which isn't not even double the flu's CFR nationally. So, yeah, it's worse than the seasonal flu, no doubt about it, and I respect it, and that's why I'm wearing a mask and social distancing and all that kind of stuff. But
I just don't understand the point of the email. You're doing everything in the guidelines that everyone's saying to do. You're wearing a mask. You're not near anybody. You're doing what you're supposed to do. So I guess I don't understand the call out.
I just don't
I guess
believe
I'm calling out the call out.
Personally, I don't believe we can lock down society for years at a time.
Well, but
we're already,
but here's the thing, though.
I'm choosing to live it.
They give you guidelines to do, and you are following the guide. Like the people in charge are giving you guidelines, and you are following the guidelines. So if you're following the guidelines, I guess I don't get the call out.
He's on the side that thinks that everybody, healthy and everybody, needs to stay inside until this thing's over.
Just don't leave the house.
But they don't know when it's going to end. And I've heard that they say this could be with us easily in 2022, 2023. I'm not fucking staying at home for another 2 years. I'm sorry. That's just not happening. Not with what I know.
I'm fucking going to church.
Yeah, not with what I know and the death rates and everything else that I've seen out there. I feel good. I am going to church.
Can I get a fucking amen? Come on.
Right. It ain't happening. And, that's just it. Everybody, you can live how you want to do it. But I feel good about my decision. And, yeah, people are always going to have something negative to say about what you do.
Well, that's the place I came mentally. I was thinking, no matter what you do, especially if you're in the public eye, whether you do a stunt or you do a bit or you write a song or whatever, you're going to get some people that like it and you're going to get some people that fucking hate it no matter what. It's the same thing as that. You're going to always have somebody on your ass like flies on a rib roast. It's just the way it is.
I know. And this is something where I put a lot of time into it. I've read a lot about this. I see where the numbers are. I see what we're doing. I look at hospital admissions and everything else about it. And from everything that I've seen and that I've read, I feel good with the decisions on how I'm living with it.
Yeah, it's the people that email me or say comments that I don't care about other people or that I'm going to be I'm murdering people. It's that kind of stuff where you're shaming to the point where you're losing me. You lose me at a certain point.
Well, and
when you're going to make, no one's trying to do anything bad here.
Well, they mentioned too about the rest of the world looks at America and how we demand our freedoms, and I'm gonna go out and do. But you know what? To me, a big part of me believes that that's what separated America, because we've always demanded our freedoms, and we've always said, you know what? I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna take a little bit of a chance. This is what America does. Yeah, we're a little bit cowboy. But that's just the attitude of this country. That's what I think makes America so great. So, yeah, I'm going to be safe. I'm going to take the precautions. I'm going to do everything, and I've read up on it, but this is how I'm going to live it. And you know what? You don't have to approve. And if that's the case, then you're going to be inside anyway, so you're going to be away from me. So it's all good.
Your silence says it all, Sinicki. We know where you stand.
I'm more prone to stay home.
I'm kidding.
Probably won't go to church, but I wasn't going to church that much before Corona.
You probably could use a little church.
Yeah.
I probably could too.
And Amari said, I think the issue is going to a gathering like a church. If they did it inside and it were regular church the way it was, where everybody's on top of each other and they're singing and breathing all over the back of your neck, I wouldn't do it. I feel good with how my church has handled it. It's outside. The rows are 6 feet apart, and you got a lot of room between everybody. And so I feel comfortable there. I'm wearing a mask. You're supposed to wear a mask.
Well, yesterday I wasn't really even thinking because I did that Facebook Live video from my buddy's antique shop, and it wasn't open, and he's in my circle, and nobody was in there, and he wipes down the counters constantly. So I'm thinking, we're fine. It's just me and him. Because people complain when I do a Facebook Live video and I have a mask on. We can't fucking hear you, Bert. Take off your mask. So I took off the mask briefly for the video, and holy fuck.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people out there that got a lot to say about it, but,
Yeah.
Got to, at this point, live your own life.
Facebook Live. You know what? I'll continue to do those Facebook Live videos when I'm just in my room or in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm eating a Hot Pocket.
Yeah. Well, I think you got to live, and you got to do what you think is right for you. That's just the whole thing. We're all given our own freedoms, and through this whole time, at this point where you've had information all over the place, if you've read it, you feel informed, and you're making your own personal choice, then so be it. That's your right.
I've always been that way, though. Anytime anyone's ever kind of thrown, like, if you're at a party and someone says something like, someone's going to die if you do it that way. All right, Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Some people are going to do that. And it feels like a lot of people want to try to make the virus worse than what it is. But, it's been bad. It has been bad, but it is not the end of the world, and we will make it through. I know a lot of people are going, I kind of like the misery. I want to keep it going. It's getting better, baby.
Brother, I see. I can't believe the people that give you shit.
I know. They get angry that I'm, trying to find some positivity. I'm like, because we got to find a light at the end of the tunnel to be like, okay, what am I fighting for here?
Well, there is a personality. I'm related to some up north in Rhode Island. They ain't listening. They hate our show. Where they have to, they got to be miserable. It's the only way they can function and have any kind of identity. To be quite honest with you,
there are some people that are rooting on this thing to be. They love misery, and so they are rooting on the news to be bad. And secretly, somehow, they love it.
I think it's. That there is a personality like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of personalities like that. I thought this was fun. This is a little meme somebody sent. Said, wrote a song called 2020. It goes a little something like this. Kid on a guitar going, and
what a
that
picture.
just kind of sums it all up, right?
That's amazing. That kid is terrified.
Yeah, what a crazy year. But I tell you, if we need that. When we get to 2021, I survived 2020 shirts, because that's it. From fire tornadoes and everything else that's going on, man, if you survive this year, God bless you.
Amen.
You're a survivor. You're a fighter.
Fire tornadoes sounds made up.
Yeah. It's
no,
ridiculous,
it's real.
isn't it?
We learned about it the other day. It's real. It's in California.
It sounds like a screaming earthquake. An earthquake that yells at you.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem real to me.
Yeah, it's just one thing after another. Susanna was asked in the chat room, Kevin, how hot was it outside with a mask on? Amazingly, it wasn't bad. There was a little breeze coming through. I didn't go the first week they did it. This was week 2 they did it. I was out of town, and there's a little breeze. It was actually a lovely day, but apparently the first week it was a little hot and muggy. So we'll see. We'll probably go back again this Sunday.
What?
And they do it at 8 a.m. Yeah, I'm like I said. It's just that's the tone of my family. We just we're like, we just live life, and whatever happens happens. If we're struck down, oh well. It's just our time to go.
I'll tell you, you're not going to be struck down by God. You show major support.
But it would be truly terrible and ironic if you caught the corona at church.
Well, just know.
And then God said, "Nope, I tried to tell you, don't come."
It'd be a story. You would be a story, because
it would be huge.
There's too much audio of you talking about you going to church. Now we're actually making it even a bigger story by predicting the segment.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Still doing that. Let me see. Got an email here from Cassie. Said, hey, I was curious, whatever happened to Bird's DNA test? I've been listening to old podcasts, and about a year ago, Jay Bird mentioned that he was gifted a DNA test, and his family was a little freaked out about it. I need to know.
So I didn't send away. I was getting ready to send it away. I ended up moving, but somebody in my family did take it, and they found something out they didn't like. I've been asked. And I need to be #be cool to not talk about it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and they vowed to they don't trust those tests anymore. They're like, nope, it's not real. I think it's wrong. But yeah.
Really?
So I haven't done it. I'm really not that curious anymore. When I find out I'm not Italian or something, I'm living a lie.
So it's not anything that you got.
I mean, I could do it if they're really that interested in seeing what I'm made of.
Okay.
What am I made of?
Yeah, I know some of those, what is the accuracy on it?
Yeah, it's all over the place because they are self-regulated.
Well, we even talked about this before, and every other comment was, Kevin, they are so accurate. Next comment, Kevin, they are so not accurate.
Right. That's pretty much the way the world goes these days, right?
Yes.
You can't get a solid story.
Has the world always been that way, or do we see it more? Or do you feel like there was a more of a time where people collectively try to understand?
I think now opinions are easy to hear. So I think that we've always had that. There's
agree.
just people that see things completely different. And that's great. I think it makes the world a lot more interesting. I would not want everybody to think the same way. How boring would that be?
But I think you're right. I think just the opportunity to see many, many, many different opinions on we were talking about it yesterday in the podcast. You can go online and insult somebody while you're ordering your sub. We've made it's so easy to get to content and opinions and this and that. We didn't have those kind of options before. They were there. The opinions were there.
I think it's easier for everyone to now have a voice and to easily get it out there.
Yeah.
And somebody's random tweet can get picked up and retweeted, and then it becomes, a big storyline.
And we never had that before.
Yeah, we didn't have that part of it. But I think that we've probably always, I'm sure cavemen be like going, it's a rock. No, it's a stone. What? It probably's always, been something that has gone on. So.
Caveman, it's cave woman, it's cave people.
Yeah.
Cave people, yes, Kevin. Caveman.
Right.
They fought about stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm sure that it's gone on.
I really would love to go back and just see what it was like. How really did they act? Were they just eating and porking each other, or were they...
It's probably just, I think...
You would love it. They were just eating and porking all day.
It sounds amazing.
Go back. It sounds awesome.
But I would just like to see how they interact. And was there such a struggle, trying to think about when cave people first got around? You would think they were probably murdering each other a lot because they didn't know the rules of just society.
Yeah, there wasn't. There probably wasn't a societal norm that was saying that, hey, we have a code of ethics.
Exactly.
That governs us. I think they were probably just going on their own biological impulses. It was probably food, shelter, sex. Those three things really made up their thought process on every given day.
I wonder what the turn was when it got to a point where we got to stop killing. Murder is we got to stop doing that shit.
I don't think we're there yet.
I agree.
Well,
but it's at least taboo now.
Right.
I don't know if it was ever taboo. They make it seem like the 1890s, my drink's warm. Like everyone was shooting everybody if you bumped into somebody.
Wild West, baby.
Yeah. Was it really like that?
I think it was a lot easier to murder. There was a lot of just crazy things. The more that you look into that era, even all the way up through the 1920s, because I did a much deeper dive on America and just the racial misgivings that have happened here. And it's just stunning to look at all the stories that they did not put in our textbooks. That you're just like, wow, they would go in. Florida's got a lot of those stories.
Well, just think about before cameras, before television. When the world wasn't as populated, it would be so easy to kill somebody and get away with it.
Yeah.
I mean, easy.
Yeah, I think so. I think, really we have an age of accountability. And now I don't think it's as easy to do that. But there are even still pockets of the world where I think it's probably very easy to kill people and nobody says anything about it.
I always say it. There's somebody in everyone's personal life, whether they work with them or it's the guy that works at the store down the street. Somebody that's gotten away with at least one murder. I believe that.
Mm-hmm. And the numbers have to be higher in radio.
Just keep in mind, it's almost like a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, where it may be your friend of a friend, but someone that's murdered.
Scary.
That's gotten away with it. That's just my own stat. I don't know if that's fucking real or not. Oh, you're sick. You're not sick. You're depressed. You don't believe anything.
I feel like we all know somebody who's done a shady, terrible thing that they don't want. Maybe murder, maybe on par with murder.
Something heinous.
Right. From their past that they would rather never to get out.
I mean, maybe they're young and they did something terrible, like they're 17 and they killed somebody back in the 70s or the late 60s, man.
Yeah.
Peace and love, but was it?
But
Yeah, I'm just saying.
crazy stuff.
No, I'm not stoned, if anyone wants to know. I already can hear it.
Zach said, I got a question for Kev. How can you believe in the Bible and cavemen? Oh, that is a 2-hour conversation, Zach.
That I'm ready to fucking have right now.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Maybe one of these days you can sit down, we'll do another podcast, and I can give you all my thoughts on that.
Crack a couple beers open and just talk
Yeah.
on the podcast.
It's not just cavemen, it was cave women too.
I drop F-bombs while talking about church, so yeah, I'm not your atypical.
Well, I'm not the person that sent me a very long email about how they're not listening because I swear on the podcast. I was never raised in an environment, even in baseball, people always swore around me and no one really I'm not going to swear in front of the father or the mother,
Right.
at church or something. But
Didn't mean a lot to you.
When we started doing the podcast, we said this is how we act when we're in a bar talking with one another.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be your casual conversation that you would have.
Yes. Yeah, I can clean it up if I have to.
Yeah. So maybe one of these days, Zach, will put a room together and we can all sit down and talk about stuff that I don't think our mainstream audience would really care to hear me talking about.
that I don't think is true.
Okay.
I don't think that's true.
We would lose Virginia in probably 8 seconds.
Dog, she's not mainstream, though. She's alternative. She's Tequesta.
Okay.
I'm alternative.
I'm doing this for Virginia's sake. CB, please, Kevin, don't go.
No, we will lose her today.
Please.
I'm already tipsy on the edge.
Are you going to go get your spider bite looked at? Because
I am. I just have like 10 other things I have to do before then.
Is that all that's going on today? Is it just a bite that you don't know what it is?
Because there's a debate going on right now.
Like what?
People want to know, are you still sad? Because you strung a couple weeks together here. You've been a little sad. And they're wondering, is this spider bite or is this just a little cherry topping on it?
No, this is definitely physical. I definitely feel weird. I feel like my skin is tingly and my arm is sore. And my legs feel sore and tingly.
You go to the doctor
I
when you
am.
cut a fart the wrong way.
I am. I just have to go pick up people from the fucking airport.
But I'm saying you could have gone this morning in the show.
But when I woke up, it was when I started feeling it.
Yeah.
I just started feeling tingly this morning. I had a headache all day yesterday, and I was like, what is going on? And then today, I started feeling tingly and sensitive, like my skin feels sensitive. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I have to go to the airport. I have to go to Magnolia's school. I have to stop and pick up a car part, and then I will call and set up an appointment with the doctor.
Well, how about this? I'll shut the fuck up about the doctor, but dinner's on me. I'll cater it. I'll send it to you because you got company. You don't even have to worry about it.
Oh, you don't have to do all that.
Well, I can.
I mean, can a doctor look at that and tell what kind of bite it is?
I don't know.
Do specialists do that? I don't even know where this... Or they'd be like, I don't know, it's red, it's swollen. Yeah, who knows what it was?
They'll know. Like kind of how he looked at you and he knew about it's a bronch. You're fine. They'll be able to tell you if that's something terrible.
I just know that it looks different than any kind of mosquito bite or
Let me see it
any
again.
kind of bug bite I ever had.
Can you put it up to the
before.
camera? Maybe someone in the medical field knows. Here, put it up to the camera.
It looks like a nipple.
It does look like a nipple. I don't know if you can see that. Can you zoom in, Suits?
It was bigger earlier. I think it's going down, but it's still.
It is going down. It looks like a little. You know what it looks like to me?
What?
I'm no doctor. It looks a little bit like a ringworm.
Ringworm?
It does a little bit. I don't know. Let me see it one more time. Never mind. Sorry, Kevin. Sorry, Dr. Bird's gonna shut the fuck up now.
You just like it because it looks like a nipple, and you haven't seen any titties in a while.
She's not lying. I've seen titties, just not real ones.
None in the flesh.
Did we get that bug bite in there, Suits, or we got to do it again? Why don't you try it again? I think Suits zoomed in when you pulled it away. Why don't you put it up there and let Suits zoom in on it so we can go and check that out so we can see it. Maybe somebody will be watching on KVJ TV here and be able to tell you what. Okay, hold it out there. Hold it out. Okay, Suits is zooming in. Okay, hold it. You got to let it focus a little bit.
Boy, the clarity on our video is just fucking sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like Virginia's part predator
All right,
from that movie.
So is it red from, there's something going on there? Because it's like you can see the bump and then about maybe the width of a quarter around it. It looks red. Is that because you've been scratching it or is that just because of whatever it is?
I purposely have not been touching it.
Okay.
Oh, see me? I lead the league in touching my wounds.
Oh, I don't want to make it worse because that will happen to me. If I scratch or pick at any kind of ant bite or mosquito bite, it gets 10 times worse.
Oh,
I have that super bitch-ass sensitive skin.
You ever get that when you get a bite and then it like itches, it hurts, but then you put the shower, make it real hot, real forceful, and it kind of itches, but burns, kind of pain, but it's relieving you.
Like you need it.
Yeah, like you need it. Yes.
If it's itchy, that feels good.
What is that? Is that it cleaning itself? Or?
I don't know.
Jason in the Facebook chat says, and this is good advice for anybody, you need to draw a circle around the red, and if it gets bigger, there might be a problem. So take a pen, draw a circle around where it's red right now, and if you look at it later and the red has spread, then you're likely going to lose your arm. So just know that when you look down
Okay.
next time, be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my left arm.
So it's either nothing or you have no arm.
I liked my left arm too. It's too bad. Oh well. I mean, if you had to take an arm, take the right one.
Aren't you right-handed, though?
I like the left one better. It's got my wedding ring on it.
But you know you could switch hands.
You just have to learn how to write now, left-handed.
Yeah, what's easier, to switch a ring from one hand to the other or to learn fully how to function?
Good point.
Okay.
You're not feeling well. My friend has a spider scratch fever.
Okay. All right.
Well, at least we know this one's real. There's no pink eye.
My nipple is real.
Your nipple is real.
Got an email here. We were talking tortillas not too long ago here, and Juliana from Salt Lake City had sent us this saying, I'm listening to your show from July 28th. You're talking about tortillas, and I got the best tortillas for you. Look up Tortilla Familia
Ooh, I love it already.
and order some of their tortillas. I swear to you that you will love them. They're made in Mexico, and they ship all over from Arizona. I won't buy anything else.
Making my mouth water.
Yeah?
I'm really hungry.
You
I'm
are.
kind of getting off that train, that health train. I gotta get.
Tortillas are good too, man. They just make you like, they just soothe.
Well, guess what you're getting for dinner tonight? It's Tortilla Wednesday.
You're sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, there's so many great little ethnic dishes that there's a lot of stuff that I still really haven't had. I was looking at this. I hadn't even heard of these. Have you heard of tostones?
Why do I know that?
It is a staple dish throughout the Caribbean and Latin America. They're often crisp, golden, flower-shaped delights made of flattened green plantains that are fried twice. You serve them as a savory app or a side dish.
I think, don't they have them at that one Mexican place we go to sometimes, of a village? I thought they had them. That's why I know it.
Oh, really? Okay. I have to go see if they do.
The name
Toreros.
is... Thank you. Toreros. That place is good, by the way.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty authentic, because you can tell. It looks like half the town of Okeechobee's rolled in on there on a Sunday. Like, they got the family together, and, you know, they got the...
I think they have those. Maybe I could be wrong. Panda got me something from Pollo Tropical the other day, and it was like this shrimp Creole thing on top of, I thought it was tostones.
That sounds familiar. I definitely have heard of testones before.
Yeah.
I know I might be getting it confused with Tostinos, but
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever had them. I saw a photo of that. I was like going, ooh.
don't you love photos and videos of food? I love watching.
Well, it definitely got my attention. I'm like, I think I'd like to try that. It looks great.
I'm so weird because I hear people complain all the time. No one gives a shit what you're eating. Stop taking pictures of your eggs. I actually love looking at what people are eating.
Me too.
When they take really cool pictures and the presentation is neat, or they have a little video of how they made it and it's quick, I find it fantastic.
I do too. I love seeing what everybody's eating.
And yeah, Monica's saying Pollo Tropical does have the tostones.
Okay, I had those.
That might be where I'm hearing it from.
They probably do them with other things, but Panda brought it to me as a little appetizer, and it had like this shrimpy, tomatoey, vegetable-y thing on top of the tostones.
Do you want, Italian tonight? Do you want Mexican? I know you like sushi shit.
Oh, I do like sushi shit.
Hoagie? Is it a hoagie night? Fuck, I'm making myself hungry.
You're the Uber Eats guy that eats all the food.
I would be like, you'd be the worst police officer. I'd be the worst Uber Eats driver.
Ariella said Pincho in Pembroke Pines has a burger with tostones. Amazing.
I'm noticing too, they're getting real cute with the burgers these days. They're throwing all kinds of shit. I saw one. Someone was putting a piece of steak on top of their burger.
Wow.
Yeah, they do a whole bunch of. They jack it up anymore. It's crazy.
I think the Witch and the Bird food or cooking videos.
We've talked about that. I think that'd be fun.
Get a little wine in our bellies.
That'd be fun.
Play some Doobie Brothers before. Get us fucking jacked.
Okay.
You got to get that house with that good kitchen. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got to get a house.
How's Denny's kitchen?
Denny's Kitchen is peaceful. What I
Is
love
it open?
I think it is open. What I love about Denny's Kitchen, he's got a beautiful view of a lake.
Oh.
I love looking at water. I can just stare at water all
nice
day
is
long.
that?
It's not. He's a little piece of heaven.
Oh,
On a slice of heaven, he's got.
That's gorgeous. Good for him. On the water and everything. Huh?
Oceanfront or lakefront property,
Yeah.
or pond. I don't know what you call it.
pond front property.
Pond front property, but still sweet as shit.
Jose said you got to try the Burrito burger. It's basically a burger between two tostones instead of buns with potato sticks on top of it. It's a Puerto Rican restaurant. Ooh, that sounds good.
I've seen the pizza burrito. That looks good.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff I gotta try. So if anybody's got any thoughts on that.
You could eat whatever you want today without any kind. It's a mulligan. It nulls itself out. You could go balls to the wall. What would be your meal?
I always go if I could run back, I'd run right back to pizza. I mean, it's
You would?
Yeah, pizza's the one thing that I miss the most.
But would you get so fat and sassy with it? Are you talking dessert pizza, calzone, strombolis, pasta?
Those don't do it as much as just regular pizza. Yeah, the calzones and all that kind of stuff, that's almost too much, but pizza, I just go for that.
Talking about that Pizza Hut buffet back in the day, they used to have pasta, the desserts. They had all that
They
shit.
had everything.
They did, man.
And it was $4.99. No wonder they went out of business.
There was another place in Lake Park that had that. It was pizza buffet. They had all you could eat pizza, calzone, stromboli, salad. It was like $3.99. I went there every day in high school.
And somebody said La Granja has tostones, so another place you can go check them out. So there you go. Lots of cool places. You want to expand your palate, which who doesn't? All right, anything you ever want to throw at us, you can. Just send us an email, mail at kvjshow.com. We'll let Virginia go get her bite looked at. See if her arm's going to fall off.
Give us an update.
I will.
And we got to figure out what we're doing for dinner.
That's right. Okay, happy Wednesday. We'll see y'all back here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.